Hi, I'm Steph, and today we're going to do a quick yoga sequence for runners. I would recommend having maybe some blocks, blankets, and a pillow or bolster handy. We're going to start in hero's pose. So you'll start with the knees together. Bring the hands in front of you, maybe if that feels good. And then spread the feet wide so that you can sit back between the heels. And there are a lot of options here. So if you're uncomfortable in the knees, you can always pad the knees, bring a blanket underneath the knees or underneath the ankles. You can sit on a block. You could even sit on a bolster here. You could sit on a stack of blankets. And for some people, bending this deeply in the knee joint isn't safe. So you can always bring a blanket in the knee joint, kind of like behind the knee to pad that so that you don't fold so deeply. And once you get set up in your hero's pose, we're going to sit up nice and tall. Maybe the hands come onto the thighs. And just let the breath flow in and out in a way that feels natural for you. Scan the body and look for any places that feel tight or a little achy. And maybe set an intention to be compassionate with yourself in your practice today. Give those parts of the body a little extra attention. A couple more deep breaths here. And then let's blink the eyes open. On an inhale, send the right arm up to the sky and fold to the left. And then we'll release and go the other way. Stretch the left arm up on an inhale, and as you exhale, fold to the right. Come back to neutral. We're going to interlace the fingers behind the back. Straighten the arms as we roll the shoulders together on the back and turn the gaze up. Take an inhale here. And on the exhale, the hands come to the thighs and we gently round the shoulders, round the back, tuck the chin to the chest. Inhale back to a neutral spine. And we're going to twist out over the left shoulder, just a gentle, easy twist. And then we'll take it the other direction. Come back to neutral. And we're going to rock forward onto hands and knees for tabletop. So we want to make sure that we've got the wrists right under the shoulders and the knees right under the hips. And on an inhale, we're going to drop the belly, arch the back, turn the gaze up. And then as you exhale, begin to round the spine, tuck the chin to the chest. One more time like that. Inhale, find your cow, gaze goes up. We're stretching the front of the body. And on the exhale, maybe press into the palms, round the shoulders, tuck the chin to the chest. Inhale, glide into that spinal extension, lengthening the front body. And this time, as you exhale, you're going to begin to round, engage the belly, and see if you might lift the knees off the mat, keeping the fronts of the feet flat. Get a nice stretch across the fronts of the ankles and release. Inhale, cow pose. Get long through the front body. Exhale, we're going to go into that cat pose variation. Press the front of the feet into the mat. Lift the knees. And you can always do this one at a time if that's better, just to get that stretch across the fronts of the ankles and release. And from here, let's tuck the right toes, slide the right foot back, and just begin to shift the weight back and forth. Press back through the right heel. See if you can get a nice stretch through the calf muscle. And then rock forward a little bit. Breathe right into the back of the leg here. And release the right knee back to the mat. Slide it back underneath the right hip. Tuck the left toe. Slide the left foot to the back of the mat. Press back through the left heel. And again, we rock gently back and forth here. Send the breath wherever it feels best for you. And then bring the left knee to the mat. Slide it back underneath the left hip. On an inhale, right leg lifts parallel to the earth. Extend the left arm out, bicep by the ear. Option to stay here or maybe begin to bend the right knee. See if the left hand might find the right foot, right ankle. And press the right foot or ankle into the left hand. Take a big inhale. Exhale, release. Everything shoots back out long and then comes back to the mat. On the next inhale, left leg lifts parallel to the ground. Right arm goes straight out, bicep by the ear. Option to stay here or maybe begin to bend the left knee and see if you can reach the right hand back and find whatever you can find, the leg of the pants, the foot, the ankle. Press the foot into the right hand if you've made that connection. One more breath here. Exhale, release. Everything shoots back out long, and then hand, knee, and foot come down to the mat. And from here, let's tuck the toes, lift the hips, downward facing dog. And just take a moment here in the first down dog of the practice to maybe walk your dog a little bit. And on an inhale, we send the right leg up. Exhale, right toes come to the back of the left heel. And see if you can use your right foot to press that left heel towards the earth. Inhale, right leg stretches back to the sky. Exhale, right foot comes down to the earth. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, left toes come to the back of the right heel. And we use that left foot to gently work that right heel down towards the ground. Think about breathing into the calf here. And then left leg goes back up to the sky. And we bring the left toes back to the earth. And let's see if we can walk the hands back towards the feet. Maybe we hook the big toes with the peace fingers. Take an inhale for length. As you exhale, elbows flare, forward fold. And take a few breaths here right into the back body. On the inhale, see if you can lift the belly. And on the exhale, let the head get a little heavy. Go a little deeper into your fold. And then we'll release. Crawl your way back out. Downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg lifts. Bend the right knee. Open the right hip. And then square the hips off. Draw the right knee in towards the nose. Activate the core. And then bring the outside of the right ankle to the top of the left knee, left thigh. And press back into your dog for this pigeon variation. Opening through the right hip. Take an inhale here. Exhale, release. Inhale, three-legged dog, right leg lifts. Exhale, bend the right knee. Option to flip your dog, drop the right toes back. Send the right arm up to the sky. Big breath in. And then we flip our way back. Three-legged dog, right leg lifts. Exhale, swing the right leg forward. Drop the right foot down. Drop the back left knee. And then we shift forward into our low lunge. Really dropping down that left hip, stretching through the left hip flexor. Always options to get blocks here underneath the hands if that feels good. Lengthen through the spine. And as you exhale, send the hips back. Flex the right foot. Inhale, flow back into your low lunge. Maybe you begin to bend the left knee and reach back with the left hand. Grab the left foot. Get a nice stretch through the quadricep. And then release the left foot. We're going to come back into downward facing dog. So bring the hands to the mat. Tuck the left toes. Inhale, right leg shifts back. Three-legged dog. Exhale, drop the right foot down. Coming back into your downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg lifts, three-legged dog. Bend the left knee. Open the left hip. Square the hips off. Take an inhale here. As you exhale, shift forward, shoulders come over the wrists. Hug the left knee in, up and high, bringing it towards the nose. And then the outside of the left ankle comes to the top of the right knee. And we shift the hips back into this pigeon variation in downward facing dog. Press the left knee open. And then release. Inhale, send the left leg up. Option to bend the left knee. Flip your dog. Left toes drop back. Left arm shoots up to the sky. Take a big breath in. As you exhale, release. Come back into your three-legged dog. Left leg up. Exhale, step the left foot between the hands. Drop the right knee down, coming into that low lunge. Really shift the hips forward here. Sink the hips deep. Think about getting a nice stretch through the right hip flexor. And as you're ready, shift back. Half monkey. Left foot flexes. Flow back and forth. At your own pace, your own cadence. Option to bend the right knee. Reach around with the right hand, grab onto the right foot. Gaze might go out over the right shoulder. Release the right foot. And we're going to press back. Downward facing dog, left leg lifts. Take an inhale here. Exhale, left foot drops down to the earth. Press the hips back. Drop down on the knees. Crawl the knees forward towards the hands. And we're going to pause here and set up for Supta Virasana, reclined hero. So you may want to get a bolster behind you if that feels good. Get your blankets handy. This pose is going to look a little different for all of us. So we're going to lower the hips down towards the earth. And you may have the bolster right behind the hips. And you may just come to recline on the bolster. If it feels better, you can have 2 or 3 pillows or bolsters stacked. You can have a stack of blankets behind you, or you can come all the way down to the back. Wherever you are, take a moment and notice how you feel. You may need a blanket underneath the front of the ankles, underneath the knees. You may need to bring a blanket into the crease of the knees. And it may feel better to you to do this one leg at a time. So if you're going to do this one leg at a time, extend one leg long while the other is in half hero. And then come down onto the back. So far in this practice, We've stretched the hip flexors, the calves, the fronts of the ankles. We've stretched the hamstrings. We've opened the hips. And we're really targeting all those places that get tight for runners. And now we're going to take a moment to target the breath. We're going to think about extending the inhales and the exhales a little bit longer than we might normally. So I'm going to count as you inhale through the nose, and then I'll count as you exhale through the nose. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. 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 Now, inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. And continue with this breath at this pace. Counting even and inhale, exhales through the nose. And if you're in Ardha Virasana half hero with one leg, now's the time to trade legs. So you'll extend that bent leg straight, and then you'll come into half hero on the other side. And continue with this breath work, maybe even adding a count. See if you can lengthen the inhale to 6 counts and the exhale to 6 counts. Improving the quality and the length of the breath not only helps with running, it helps with pacing, but it also adds longevity to life. And then you can come back to your natural breath. We're going to hold here for a few more breaths, a few more moments. Just allow the front body to open. Notice maybe what you're feeling. Maybe it's openness. Maybe it's space. Maybe it's feeling a little tight in some places. Whatever it is that you're feeling, see if you might be able to give it a name. And after the next exhale, we're going to come out of the posture, which can look different for all of us. Some of you may prefer to start with your legs and unfold. Others may prefer to press down through the forearms and lift the body and crawl your way up. Whatever feels good for you, we're going to bring the legs out in front of us with the feet flat on the earth, knees pointing up. Lean back into the hands and just kind of windshield wiper the knees back and forth a little bit. Maybe kick the legs out, whatever you need here. Then we're going to roll back onto the back. Hug the knees into the chest. Maybe give the low back a little massage, rocking back and forth. And then drop the feet onto the earth, knees pointing up. Outside of right ankle comes the top of left knee, left thigh, and we press the right knee open. Option to stay here, or maybe let the left leg float and interlace the fingers behind the left thigh. As you press the right knee open, begin to draw the left knee in towards the body to whatever degree is comfortable for you. Breathe right into that right hip. Maybe the eyes begin to close. And then release the left leg down to the earth if it's lifted. And we're going to keep what we have in the legs and just let the left leg fall over to the right. See if you can use that right ankle to press the left knee down into the earth as you find a cactus arm. Open through that left side body as much as you can here. And slowly release. Right foot comes down to the earth. Outside of left ankle comes to top of right knee, right thigh. Press the left knee open. Maybe you stay here. Maybe the right leg floats and the fingers may interlace behind the right thigh. And as the left knee presses open, we draw the right knee in towards the body and breathe into that left hip. Notice where you might be feeling space, where you might be feeling tight. And remember that commitment to be compassionate with yourself. Be gentle with any parts of the body that aren't feeling quite up to par today. And then gently lower the right foot down to the earth. And using the left ankle, left foot, we're going to draw the right knee over to the left. Find that cactus arm again. And the gaze can be wherever it feels good. Breathe into the right side body, the right hip. Create a little space, a little opening. And then the right foot rolls back flat onto the earth. We bring the left foot down next to it. Option to windshield wiper the knees if that feels good. And then give yourself whatever you need. A happy baby, a gentle back bend. Maybe you just hug the knees into the chest. And then we find Shavasana. Extend the legs straight as you're ready. And let the palms flip up to the sky. The eyes are closed. And of course, you're practicing at home, so you can let the Shavasana be as long as you like it to be. If you're pressed for time today, at least just take a couple of minutes here, a few breaths here to let the body totally relax. Let it get heavy. Let it find a moment of stillness, a moment of rest. And then begin to deepen the breath. Squeeze the toes, squeeze the fingers. Maybe take an inhale and stretch like you just woke up this morning. And as you're ready, you can bring the feet flat onto the ground. Scoochie the hips to the side. Make some space to roll over onto your side. And eventually press your way up to a comfortable seated position. And I thank you so much for sharing your practice with me today. The light in me honors and appreciates the light in you. Namaste.